babies actually want to be able to communicate before they can form the words.
Baby smiles, he's smiling for us all.
Then they thought that signing was the best because they couldn't vocalize, but they could yet use their hands. It's not mom, it's mom. Like the parents know, it's like baby talk.
My friend, she once signed a song, and it was so beautiful in her expression.
When people get really upset or emotional, often we don't know what to say. Our words are gone. So having a physical language can help a lot.
With kids, teach them sign language, it connects both sides of the brain so well, and it actually improves their ability later in life for learning English and reading and writing.
But does it have an effect on whether or not they want to continue? I don't know.
And what's Daddy? Yeah.
How come?
Does Daddy live in your forehead?
Okay, the two are glasses, but one is called a monocle.
Because mono means one.
Mono has one.
So
That's
maybe
right.
children can learn how to communicate using actions more quickly than they can articulate words. When Emma was 8 months old, we started doing sessions of American Sign Language. I think oftentimes parents have trouble thinking about what kind of routine to put their children in, and doing sign became a fun routine. We would watch, we would take out things like, props and say, Emma, Emma, sweetheart, what is this? How do you sign this? Yeah, with your finger being the banana. Do you remember that, Annalise?
I say mommy. Where's mommy? Where's Daddy? Where's John? Goldfish.
Doesn't matter if you're rich or there's clouds in the sky.
No, which.
That's poor. When deaf people speak, they describe things holistically. So in fact, you get a picture versus a sequence of events.
It's just really cool. The language is so visual and it's so expressive, and I'm not really good with lots of those things, being so expressive in the way I speak. Also really trying to help me to get out of my shyness as well, and standing up on stage and performing or organizing a game or whatever. It's just all kind of helping me that way as well.
Well, I was born deaf. My first language is a visual language. If I saw a star, so I didn't know the sign for star, no one taught me, so I used gestures and pointing. It was just my own abilities, my own need to express myself naturally. My life at school was not what I would call the greatest. We were exposed to the oral philosophy, which meant that we were forced to use our voice, forced to lip read, and sign language was forbidden.
What kind of behavior do you call this? Wait a minute, you stay where you are. This is the kind of behavior I might have expected of you.
I was able to sign with my peers. When I'd get caught, I'd get the ruler, I'd get the strap. You know, I'd be put in the corner, and I was told that I could not have a meal if I continued in this way. Even some teachers physically assaulted me because I was using sign language in the class.
It's really important to understand that a deaf person is only deaf. You don't have to scream at them. You don't have to give them this really upset face. They know how to interact with you if you just are patient.
I think more people should learn sign language because it may help you. I mean, it's not the same as an official language if you go to another country, but I mean, some of the signs are the same that you would use like on a water, I want a drink or whatever, right?
My husband and I are both hearing, and we had no reason in the world to suspect that deafness was an issue at all with our family. It took us a very long time to pick up on the fact that our daughter Kristen was deaf. She was very visual. She fooled us for a very long time. Erin at that time was about 4 months old, and they found out that she was also profoundly deaf. When my oldest daughter was about 2 years of age, we switched over to the Deaf Children's Society, which was a signing program. And that's, like I say, when our world of communication opened up for us with our daughters. My oldest daughter, we showed her the sign once and she just grabbed it and used it. She was just so hungry for a way to communicate.
The green one.
A green one. Does it have a special engine?
Yeah.
Does the sign language help him to develop his language and communication? Yes, he uses sign language and it increases his confidence with the spoken language. And he was able to sign before he spoke, so he never had that frustration.
Yeah, good girl.
With my daughter, she's lucky that she has people in her life that both sign and speak. She already has 6 signs and 2 spoken words. I'm just so excited she's able to express herself.
I think it's cool that Baby Sign is happening too. Why? Because it helps people feel more comfortable with the idea of sign language as well as a communication way.
Some people talk about there being language confusion or about it impacting development of verbal language later on. I've had 3 nephews that were raised with a little bit of sign language at 6 months and on, and it just helped them be able to communicate their needs, and their language skills were not impacted at all.
There are hearing parents that come up to me and they notice I'm deaf, and they'll come up to me in the mall and say, "I know sign," and they start signing to me all these baby signs because that's what they're teaching their children. So yeah, baby sign is becoming quite popular.
You do ding ding. Yeah, the light. He started to repeat words very quickly. And bear.
Like, I don't want people to be afraid of sign language. I want them to feel, oh, okay, if you choose that, but I don't feel people should hide sign language. Kids have an amazing ability to tell adults what they need. Sometimes adults need to give kids more credit.
Maybe another time when you feel it in your heart.